Hello, darling. How you doing, Miss Bree? Did I scare you so bad you didn't come in here last night? You too cute, girl. What you been up to today? I know you've been getting in trouble too. Oh, okay. Hello, cat. Where'd you go camping at? You chasing waterfalls? Hello, Cookie. I got a question for y'all. I'm trying to find G's channel, but is G on tonight? Whew, I like to read that long tree, Bree. I know what you was chasing on the beach there for a little bit. Yeah, I sort of looked and I didn't see him. I told him I wouldn't come on if he was going to come on. But I can't ever figure out when he's coming on and when he's not. Is it all one word like that, cat? Okay. Hello, Miss She Devil. How you doing? Oh, Lord. No wonder you had a good time, Bree. Well, he was supposed to let me know, send me an email or something if he wasn't going to be on. I started to shut this thing down, and I thought, well, I'm going to look. And I figure if he comes up, well, I can always shut it off and let him have it. Hello, Dyson. Well, if any of y'all been in trouble or out of trouble tonight, I love how diplomatic you are, Cat. I can just see Cat. Yeah. Wake me up when you get through. You've been staying after it pretty good, haven't you, Cat? When they moving cattle and all that. Hmm. What kind of pizza you make, Cat? Okay. I bet y'all be planting wheat up in that country for feed instead of oats. We had a bunch of big ranchers down here, and I did the repair work on most of the plows and stuff. We had one rancher here that had 28,000 acres, and he'd plow that stuff he'd plow 28,000 acres 3 times. But boy, he raised a lot of cattle. He'd run 2 heads an acre on it. Run 56,000 yearlings every year. All your horses know. I'm just surprised the oats don't freeze up there. I guess it gets cold and stays cold, so it doesn't bother them as bad. Down here, we get warm weather and cold weather, and it'll wheat will take it. But they finally got where they were planting wheat and oats together. Well, really, you got to put in ryegrass and wheat and oats, mixing it. Mr. Kenny D. Oh, it's Kenny B, isn't it? Damn, I'm getting my boots mixed up. Kenny B and a double D. Hello, Michael Land. How you doing? He gonna have to take that poor man off there for long. His name's gonna get too long. I got a dead burned mouse in this RV. He's driving my dog crazy. The dog will hear him and he'll be bouncing off the wall looking for that mouse. I'll do something with him tomorrow. Hello, Ann. How you doing, girl? Yeah, I know it. That's sort of what I did, Michael Ann. Hello, Watkins family. Nicole. Uh, that's my thumbs up. How you doing, Nicole? Lisa, how you doing, gal? I'm glad to see you coming in here. I tell you what, that little gal right there pushes a lot of folks' channels. If you see her up, well, ease in there and help her numbers a little bit. You doggone right, Lisa. Head burn. Y'all got that chat rocking and rolling today. Well, Kathleen's feisty tonight. What are you doing? Yeah, it's a pretty crazy bunch, Lisa. They have a good time. I got to try to keep them in line a little bit sometime. They get too wild for me. But you gone already, girl? Oh, here comes another batch of trouble. Hello, Crystal.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. You got that down, don't you, Kenny? I'm gonna get you a cowboy hat and play the Spurs. Hell,
Oh, boy.
what you been doing?
Binge watching YouTube videos. Been watching YouTube and watching the Masters golf tournament today.
That is one game I never could get into.
What is golf?
Yeah, I
Uh,
could get I could get on a driving range
yeah.
and knock balls further than most pros could. But I had a buddy of mine that was a golf pro, and he'd get on my case about playing, and I just didn't like it. And mainly the people I didn't like. Hey, Timmy.
Well, I'm a big Tiger Woods fan, so and he's one of my favorite golfers, even though he made some mistakes in his life that messed up his game reputation, but he
It messed him up all the way around for a
is,
while.
yeah, yeah.
That boy of mine, he's been to the Masters twice. He
I
loves.
don't know how people get into it because um, unless you buy the tickets in years in advance.
Yeah, I think he bought his tickets a year ahead of time.
Because I've actually tried. I've actually tried to see about getting some tickets to go to that, and they told me I couldn't.
Oh, it's funny. Now I love archery. I love the bow and arrow. And when you're competing in it, it's a whole lot like golf. But I really enjoy it. I just don't care anything about golf. I mean, you're playing against yourself. You
Yeah,
know, you're not like football or something.
but I
Hello, Miss Janice.
yeah, I've always been a Tiger Woods fan ever since I was knee high to a grasshopper, as old saying goes.
There's some big ass grasshoppers up
Well, you know.
here.
But one time, I thought I was going to get the pleasure and honor to get to meet Tiger Woods in person because like I said years ago, I used to go to Shriners Hospitals for Kids, and they do surgery on my legs and all that stuff and things, and they were telling and they were trying to get a hold of Tiger, but I guess something happened, something he couldn't. I don't know what the deal was, but uh, I was really hoping I could get to meet him in person.
Well, you been practicing any today?
Practicing what?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
What's the matter, Kenny? What you think I'm talking about? Well, I was waiting for you to tell me what you were practicing.
I ain't practicing nothing, man.
You didn't get that B on the end of your name for nothing.
No.
You get that motorboating down so you can get your volume going up and down and your voice going up and down. You do all kind of
Oh,
things.
Lord. No, not there.
Like,
In other words, motorboating?
motorboat.
No.
Yeah, try that. It worked.
I'm liable to get slapped with something.
Or something. You might get lucky too. There you go, Michael Ansley. That's what I'm trying to tell him.
No, not hardly.
Uh,
Hey,
yeah.
you went to the Buick Open in the early 90s, almost got hit with the golf ball. Ouch.
Boy, he changed the hell out of that subject, didn't he?
Yeah, I changed it pretty quick.
Trolling motors. Yeah, that's what y'all use them things for. And Jay, trolling. All right, Timmy Ray. I had to go look at it.
Hmm.
I put one about 3/4 of the way together, but it's been so long since I made a video that I forgot about all the buttons and whistles and everything you had to do to put one together. And I'm just like I'm learning the first time again.
Was the Buick Open played there in Canada?
My wife's dad belonged to PGA, and he built most of the golf courses in West Texas, and he played in a lot of them big
Okay.
tournaments. He never did do a whole lot of good, but
Yeah.
he I think he built like 10 different golf courses out there in West Texas.
Yeah.
That used to be a money place out there.
But, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even think that term. I don't think that Buick Open even exists anymore. I haven't. I think they call it something else now.
What's the weather like there, Kenny?
It's cold, brother. It's only like 30-some degrees right now.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Let me see what the exact temperature is. Yeah, it's 33 degrees. Feels like 30 degrees. You can
It's,
take me off. You can take me off screen.
hmm?
I don't need to be on screen.
You better looking than I am. So put something up here for the ladies to look at.
No. No.
What do you mean, no?
No way.
And look at here. You got a whole harem here that comes in to see you every night.
No. No. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, I enjoyed your video, ANJ. I think I was the first one to make a comment on it, I believe.
It was nice here today if the wind hadn't been blowing.
Well, it's been rainy here all day. I don't even think it got out of. I don't even think it got out of the 40s today.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't say it, Kenny.
Okay.
Hello, Crystal.
Hi.
We're gonna do. We got. What you eating?
Who's sick?
It's stuffed with jalapenos and cheddar cheese.
That sounds yummy. Are those homemade or did you actually buy those?
I bought them from the smokehouse.
Oh.
And Jay, what are you still learning? Hmm.
So what'd you guys do today?
I just been binge watching YouTube videos.
Same.
I've been binge watching Misha Lee's videos.
Yeah.
Commenting on them.
I just been hanging out. It's been like a ookie day out.
Yeah. Hey, chatting with special abilities, Lorraine. Hey, Lisa. And I've also been watching live streams.
I didn't get out of bed till 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, you didn't get out of bed till 1 o'clock?
You was lazy today, huh?
Well,
Yep.
I didn't get out of bed. I think about the same time. I think about 1 o'clock. And one of them dogs is snoring.
Yeah, it's Maple.
It ain't mine for a change.
So when you hear that, it's only Maple. Maple's the only one that snores.
Well, I got one dog, so he can't blame it on nobody else. I'm gonna have to get Lisa to teach me how to speak Filipino.
You've been sitting in your wheelchair and sleeping and mopping your floors.
Well, at least you got the energy to do something. Hello, Lorraine.
I talked to Michael Ann earlier for a little while. Tried to watch the crappy hockey team that we have. That was an embarrassment.
I also been watching the Masters golf tournament today, so
Yeah.
I did watch that one.
I caught a little bit of Michael and Becca's live with the rod run. That was nice.
I need to go.
I tell you what, I think everybody's sort of laid back tonight.
Yeah. You know how when you're tired, but you're not tired?
Yeah.
That's how I feel tonight.
You're tired, but you're not tired.
Right. I'm tired, but I'm not tired.
And I try to figure out how that makes sense.
What?
Is that the bitty dog the one that's snoring?
Say hi to your friends. Say hi to your friends. Say hi.
Do you have that dog tomorrow too?
Yeah, just for a little bit in the morning. Till Daddy and Mommy get home.
What's his name?
Her name is Maple.
Who?
Maple. As in maple syrup.
Maple.
And
Maple.
Poppy is in the other room.
Maple. He ain't paying a bit of attention to me.
Hey, look at. Look at. Say hi.
Olivia comes back home tomorrow, doesn't she? Or today, doesn't she?
Yeah, she should be home this afternoon.
I think all them little short-nosed dogs snore like that. I tell you what, I priced a couple of them French bulldogs. They too rich for me. Woo.
Yeah, she's about a $3,000 dog.
Yeah.
Her sister, they paid $5,000 for. So,
I think the cheapest one I found was 18.
You can't have this. Get down.
And you know, chocolate's something I don't normally eat. I went to the store a while ago and walked by the candy rack and saw one of them Almond Joys. I hadn't had one of them in years. I latched onto that and chopped it.
Oh, you found me, did you?
Hmm?
I was wondering how long I was going to sit down there.
Say hello, Michael Ann.
I didn't want you to strain yourself getting up out of that basement.
You know, I had to get comfy in the basement. I got my pillow and my blanket. Getting kind of dark and down there.
So turn out the light. The party's over.
Hey, Maple.
You're okay.
Hello, William. Miss Sharon.
Is that dog actually asleep like that?
Mm-hmm. She's awake now. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
Captain, I see you say that 80 degrees where you're at today.
It didn't even get up out of the 40s today here.
It's a wee bit chilly here.
It's about 35 here.
Y'all can keep it.
Well, I went out long enough to take the dog out, and that was it.
I guess we had snow this morning.
It snowed?
hmm
Ooh.
There was snow this morning, but by the time I got up, it was all gone.
Same.
That's me snoring, William. I got a sinus infection. Hmm. That's bad when you're in the middle of the night and you're snoring so loud you wake yourself up.
Livy just called me.
Who?
Livy and
Oh,
Harley. They're bowling, and she's like, "Mom, guess what just happened here at the bowling alley?" I said, "What?" And she goes, "There was a big old fight over a girl. Some big guy knocked some little scrawny guy right out." I was like, "I'm in bed, and you're calling me to tell me this?"
yeah. We've been supposed to get rain here. Rain for the last week. We haven't got a drop. It's just enough to. This is just weather like this. If you get out of the wind, it's perfect. I mean, it's in the 70s in the daytime, and it. I think it got down to 44 last night, but that's just good sleeping.
Nice to get around 50 at least.
I tell you what, I'd rather be cold at night when you got to sleep than I had hot. I hate to try to sleep hot. And don't say a word, Crystal. I'm talking about temperature wise.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
But you were grinning. You had that little beep eating grin on your face.
I was gonna tell you to turn the fan on.
I was supposed to get warm this week.
I've got the cooler on at my house.
The cooler, air
The-
conditioner.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Is it even that warm to have the air there yet?
Well, I mean, during the day it usually gets pretty warm, but like I said, it didn't even get up out of the 40s today, and we Dad asked me if I wanted to turn the heat on or leave the cooler on, and I said I just left the cooler on.
William, I've been out in 120-degree weather in Arizona. It's hot.
I've had to sleep in that kind of heat. In Vietnam, it'd be 120 degrees, 100% humidity. God Almighty, that's miserable now.
Right?
Or Louisiana can get pretty bad. You see that, Kenny?
What's that?
Crystal was trying to show you how to get that action going on the motorboating, and you were not even paying no attention.
I was?
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
I remember when I was a kid, before they put air conditioning in the house, is that they had one of these old fans, an oscillating fan, it go back and forth. And it'd be a hot damn night. You'd just be waiting for that fan to come back across. you know. Ooh, that's miserable.
Right?
As long as I'm walking and I got enough money to eat, I'm gonna have an air conditioner.
Oh yeah. As soon as it starts to get warm, we only have window one, so it goes right back in the window again for the season.
We have one in the living room, and I have one in our bedroom.
There's one in my bedroom for the upper floor and one in the kitchen for the lower floor.
We put the one in our bedroom, and it's on my side of the bed, so I freeze every night.
Well, I tell you, before I moved out of that house, I had 3 window units in it. But what happened? my wife's grandson got to mess around with a bow and arrow over there one day and shot the damn condenser on that air conditioner. And it was one of the older style. They were going to have to replace the unit inside and outside both. $9 grand. I said, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go put some window units in. Then when one burns out, I don't have to wait 3 days for somebody to show up to fix it.
Maple, you're in the way. Okay, I think we're good. Are you good? Okay, now you can lay back down. These old beats. I need a Papasan recliner.
Really? Do what?
I need a Papasan recliner.
What is that?
A double size recliner. So
I
I
never,
can get 2 dogs and myself in a chair.
I never heard of that before.
I ain't going there.
Well, it's horrible. This one's like glued right to my you know what.
What?
My arse.
Libby's fault.
I can't even freaking go to the bathroom without them like whining at the door.
What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?
Yeah, let me in. Let me in.
That is weird, Kathleen.
My dog's the same way. If one of us is up to go to the bathroom, she's wandering back and forth where the other one's at. And with me sitting right here, and he gets up to go to the bathroom, she's right there on top of his feet.
Well, I guess your weather up there though is cold, Kathleen. That might have something to do with it. Yeah, that is hot and humid.
That is one place I want to go is Thailand.
You know, I've got a bunch of buddies of mine went back to Vietnam and back to Thailand, and so I've got no desire to go back over there. And the prettiest stuff in Vietnam you ever saw in your life.
I wouldn't blame you though.
Do I?
I wouldn't blame you for not wanting to go back.
No. But a lot of them do. A lot of them guys, they go over on vacation and stuff. They've tried to get me to go to hell no. I tell you what, the only 2 places outside the United States I'd really like to go is back to Australia. I've been down there 4 times. I'd like to go back down there and spend a month or 2. And New Zealand. Those two countries I'd like to go back to. I've been in New Zealand.
That'd be nice.
You been down there?
No.
Nope. The only place I've been outside of North America is Cuba.
I never made that one. Is Cuba still open to where you can go over there now and come back?
I have no idea for the Americans.
I don't think so. Not right at the moment. It's not.
I think you got to go to Mexico and then go to Cuba or something like that. Passport's got to be, or maybe it's what it takes to get back in.
I wouldn't mind going to. So, my husband's really big into like medieval stuff and castles and things like that. We want to go to Iceland.
That's one I've never been to.
Ireland, Scotland, Germany. I want to go to Italy. I want to go to France. We have a bucket list of stuff we want to do.
Iceland's on my bucket list.
Eric B just did a series here a while back where he went to Iceland. Travel Adventures with Eric B.
Yeah.
Kentucky Farm Cooking. Welcome. That's the first time I've seen that name.
Hey, the Kentucky Fam's Cooking Channel.
Yeah.
I think my niece has been there one of the girls I worked with went there, and my boss has been there and heard all kinds of stories. And then I've watched a couple different documentary type videos a while back, like
Yeah.
probably about 8-10 years ago, and for one of them, and then the other one was it's like a Discovery Channel or something, one that Zac Efron and somebody else is in, and they went to places, and one of them was Iceland,
Mm-hmm.
and how they are completely off the grid. They do not rely on like oil and gas and all that for energy. They use water and geothermal and wind.
Yeah.
Kentucky, I don't blame you for changing, taking that Kenny off there. Bad reputation as Kenny B's getting. I believe I changed my name too.
There's a restaurant here that you can get peanut butter and egg on your cheeseburger. I wouldn't put jam on it. I wouldn't do the egg and peanut butter too either, but I know a couple of guys that have tried it and said it was good. But
I'm
that
doing
might
good, Kentucky. I tell you what, as fast as that stuff grows over there, I don't see how they'd ever find anybody. We've actually done try to clear a place out to sleep, and you clear the ground out, and the next morning bamboo would be that tall all around you. That stuff, some of that bamboo grow a foot a night. That area Kathleen's up there in them Black Hills, that's some pretty country up there now.
I'd like to take my husband back to the place to where he was born at, Okinawa, Japan. The base isn't there no more, but I think it'd be a cool experience.
interesting.
Boy, this could scatter all over the world right quick if we could all go where we want to go. I've been to Europe, and that's just not. I mean, it's all right, but it's just not my ball game. I think I like the wilder type country more. But,
Well, there's a couple places in Canada I want to visit yet before I get going too far. Besides the cruise,
and Kathleen, the Black Hills is neat. It's funny how that land changes up there from prairie to all of a sudden you're in the Black Hills. It was something else.
I've been in every Canadian province except for Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, so I want to at least to do those two before I go traveling the world. If I
Yeah.
ever do that.
I've been in 2 Canadian provinces and BC and what is the one that's all the way on the other side on the eastern coast?
Newfoundland, Labrador, Newfoundland, or New Brunswick, Nova Scotia.
New Brunswick. I was there.
I've been to New Brunswick. I haven't been to Nova Scotia yet, and found one of my brothers lives in Nova Scotia, so I'd like to go visit him. And then Newfoundland. Well, we'll do the island of Newfoundland. Don't really care for Labrador, but my cousin's daughter university on the rock.
Well, Nova Scotia, you've got to go get to it by ferry, don't you? You can't actually drive to it, can you?
Well, PEI used to be able to do that. but they built a bridge.
Oh, okay.
I was in PEI in 1989. That was before the bridge was built, and then my parents went back out in 96, and they had the bridge built by then. But that was
Janet,
the only,
go ahead.
so it was the only ferry I've been on that I actually got seasick. Everything else I've been on, I've been fine.
Janice, if I was to go back over there, the first thing I'd do would be try to see if my buddy's still kicking over there that lives there. And I'd go see him. Of course, I'm sure all that's changed now where he lived at. But they lived out in the country on they call them a cattle station out there. The only way you could get in is take a boat, and then you'd hit a dirt road, and it was like 200 miles on that dirt road to get back to that station. Or you flew in. I flew in all the time, but that's some wild country. When I was down there last, you could still buy land down there about 50 cents an acre. Of course, it was desert, But well, you sure welcome, Victoria. Me and Kenny will hang out with good-looking women anytime we can.
What was that comment earlier about keeping us in line?
Who?
You
What?
made a comment earlier about keeping us all in line.
Yeah. Well, the only way I can keep y'all in line is me running and y'all chasing me.
I'll make sure I pick up a switcher along the way.
You just have to slow. I think I can outrun Kenny. Be like that bear chasing you.
Long as run a bear.
As long as you're not the last one in line, everything's all right.
As long as we can outrun the slowest person.
Yeah. Oh, I saw them shoes y'all were telling Kenny about, and I forgot the name of the damn thing now.
Hey, dudes.
The ones you just step in and they pop back up. You don't tie.
Right.
Hey, dude.
I doubt I could probably even. Sounds like something I probably still wouldn't be able to keep my feet in because them braces are slick.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to put your braces down inside them.
They haven't done a whole lot to that thing in the last 20 years, have it, Kathleen?
Kenny, are you playing a game?
Playing golf, yeah.
I thought you were going to tell me you were moderating.
No.
Hello, Richard Quick. I haven't seen you in a while, dude.
No, there's not another live going right now.
So I'd rather play a game than talk to us.
I know. I'm starting to wonder if Kenny just likes to come up on panels.
Give us your attention. I gotta go play my game.
Well, I'm listening to y'all.
I don't think he loves us anymore. I think we bore him.
No.
Yeah, he thinks he done graduated. He done got out of sex education up 101 and 102 both. He thinks he'll be a professor next year.
I can see the crews, Crystal, will just all say, yeah, we're just playing a game.
Right.
We're just playing a game. We're listening.
Kenny will be like, I'm trying to talk to you. Well, we're just playing a
We're
game.
listening. We're listening.
I'll go back and look and tell you. I don't remember right off the top of my head. I just fly and get on a plane, fly out.
I don't normally have much to say usually.
Well, you stuck up little fart.
Well, you better start taking some notes, damn it.
Quit watching them damn farm videos.
I don't watch those.
You don't.
I did get an email from John from J&N Travels,
Yeah.
and he was telling me that he thinks that my Facebook has been hacked because he said he was getting a strange message.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true, Richard. At least he's awake.
I tell you what,
Yeah. Well, I've slept, like I said, I slept from about, I think it's about 6 o'clock this morning until about, I think about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Yeah.
I didn't get up till 11:30. I still have had a hard time staying awake all day. I get watching a video and
yeah, it was acres. I think he had like 200,000 acres. I think Rob Dead did. But that was all sheep that they raised over there. They didn't have any cattle.
The only time I freaking go to eat is when I come on here with you guys. I get the freaking munchies, and I don't know why.
It's our fault.
Because we talk about food all the time, most of the time anyway.
well, I didn't have the munchies until my son burned those cookies. And then I could smell the peanut butter cookies, and then he had banana muffins in the oven as well. And I was like, I'm not going to eat any of this stuff. I think I've had 4 banana muffins and a couple of the burnt cookies. The dog ate some of it. But I don't need these.
I don't know why. I mean, it's not like I don't eat. I ate. We had Chinese food tonight.
Well, you were eating Chinese food earlier when I was talking to you.
Well, this might get interesting, Ken. If us talking about giving them the munchies, what the hell's going to happen when we talk about boobs again?
No, I've not gotten those, no.
We're not getting what? Boobs?
Boobs
No,
or
I was reading Timmy Ray's question there. No, somebody emailed me, or it was John from J&N Travels, emailed me and said he thinks that my Facebook was getting hacked, but I just changed my password the other day, so.
I got a friend request on my cousin's today, and I know she didn't have a new account, so I emailed or messaged her on her.
It was desert type country, Janice. That was for sure.
But I don't know how to. He said I may want to report it to Facebook, but I don't know how to do that.
But boy,
I haven't received anything.
I've been getting all kind of comments that I've been having to delete in the comment section on these videos.
I get that.
That just started here about a week ago.
Like, I'll get where they go in like 5 seconds into the video and tag it and put like Girls Gone Wild at 10.5 seconds. And I'm like, delete.
Yeah, I had a weird comment on my live from Thursday, and it was like, delete. It makes sense. I just went, bye.
I want to say, yeah, you want to see Girls Gone Wild? I dare you.
Don't tick me off, or you'll see Girls Gone Wild.
You know, that old boy made a fortune when he come up with that. He made those videos, that spring break. I went to spring break one time in Fort Lauderdale, me and three other guys. And about 3 days of that, I had all the drunks I wanted. And we went down to Miami. One of the guys' folks had a place in Miami. That was back when Miami was really something else. And we got down there, and Jerry, one of the old boys, with us. And we were like in our early 20s, 23, 24. And he got hooked up with some gal that was about 60 years old. And I didn't talk to him again for about 2 years. And that's all that boy has done all his life. He's just been a gigolo. He finds some rich gal and live with her, and never had a job in his life. And then he got more money than I got, so I guess it was all right.
Crazy.
Yeah, you go, Cat. I'm with you. That's the Tetons are the prettiest damn mountains in the states, I think. I'd a whole lot rather go to the Teton than I would Yellowstone.
Did you see they're trying to pass a parking pass for the Great Smoky Mountains National Park?
Mm-mm.
It's going to run you $40 a year.
So in other words, to see the Great Smoky Mountains, you have to get a
park pass, and it's going to cost you $40 a year, $10 a day, or a week pass for like $35.
You'd be better off just to get it for the year.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Exactly.
It's probably to help with the roads and stuff like that, but still, I was like, "You're got to be kidding me!"
Right now, they don't have nothing like that, right?
No, it's right now. There's nothing, but if it passes, because you guys have to all vote on it, if it passes, it's going to take effect next year.
I wonder, because I know Joy West Life, they go in that area a lot.
Yeah.
You can buy that one pass they've got, and it takes care of all that. I think it's about $85 a year, but
That Passport America.
yeah, you can go in just about any of them. All the parks.
You talking about like that America the Beautiful? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of something like that. I just couldn't believe it when I saw it. I was like, well, I mean, I could believe it. I shouldn't say I can't believe it, because no offense to anybody in this chat, so do not take offense to what I'm about to say. But there are some real, true, ignorant dinkheads out there that don't know how to park, that don't know how to pick up after themselves. And then when something bad goes wrong, they blame all the people that are doing it right as if it's their fault.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example, 2 years ago, we went out there for spring break. Not this past year, but the year before. We go up to Roaring Forks Motor Nature Trail. We were going to go to Grotto Falls and then come back out and come back down the mountain. We got up to Grotto Falls exit. You could not even pull off because they were so parked tight in there. And then when you got ready to come down the trail to come back down the Roaring Forks Motor Nature Trail, you couldn't park. Like, this is the edge of the mountain that goes up the hill. And then here was the drop off on this side to come down the hill. William had to ride the truck like this on the road to go around the vehicles. And the gentleman that was chasing his kid around the car, Will was like, stopped. He come up, knocked on our window, and he goes, You move. You need to move. Like, he couldn't speak English. And I said, you best step 5 feet back and get out of our way. And we never went back up there again the whole entire week that we were there. We ended up in Townsend and all that, and did that new trail that's out there. which was the best thing we ever did.
And you know now that you got to have a reservation to get into Yellowstone, don't you? I don't think you can just drive up anymore. If it was supposed to happen, I don't know if I've already implemented it or not. But I think Yellowstone's the only park that they're doing that in. That's the only thing I don't like about Yellowstone. It's just a damn traffic jam all the way through it. You know,
Well, that's
just,
like
No, there's some
Kate's
like-
Cove. Kate's Cove's the same way. Go ahead, Michael Ann.
No, just to say this. There's a couple of the van lifers who wanted to go to Yellowstone last year, and that's like, nope, sorry, you can't get in unless you have reservations. Basically, they drove around the outside, all around a few different places, but then said screw it, went on somewhere else.
Right.
but I'd much rather go to the Tetons. I think the Tetons are much prettier. From what I understand, the Tetons are the only mountains in the United States that are they're still alive. They're still growing.
I'd like to go to the Tetons, and I want to go to. Is it called the Badlands?
Badlands, yeah.
Is that where Blaine and them were just at this year? Kenny?
Yeah, I do believe.
Yeah, I'd love to go there. I see white
Timmy,
tanks.
I see your question. It's about 45 minutes to an hour from where I'm at in Kingsport.
I've been to White Tanks National Park out there in Arizona. That's really pretty. Really pretty.
It's amazing how many damn parks there are, and a lot of them people never heard of them. You know, they just unless they live right there, and then a lot of people that live right next to a national park never go look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you, there's one park in Texas I want to go to. There's a state park and a national park, and that's Big Bend. I never have been to Big Bend out there.
No.
I've been by it a few times, pretty close, you know, but I never have been. I may do that this summer.
I want to come down and hike up to oh shit, what's the name of that mountain? Mount LeConte. I want to go to Mount LeConte Lodge and stay up there for like 2 to 3 nights and then come back down. I think that would be fun.
Where did you say?
Mount LeConte.
Oh.
It's in the Smoky Mountains.
Well, if I go to Oregon, I'm gonna probably leave here and got a couple places in New Mexico I want to stop, and then I'll go on to Arizona, and then go up. I want to go to the north side of the Grand Canyon. I've been on the south side 2 or 3 times, and then cut across Utah, and then coming back, I want to run that highway between Idaho and Montana. Damn, that's a pretty road.
Yeah.
That's one of the prettiest drives I've ever been on. Maybe might even try mining some opals or diamonds or something up there.
Didn't realize there's 48 national parks in Canada.
Yeah, we got some huge ones up there too. What do they call it? Crown land?
Yeah, Crown lands is what like the equivalent to your BLM land. See, I've been to Banff, I've been to Jasper. There's a couple other ones I've been. Bruce Peninsula, and there's another one I haven't been to Point Pelee. That's the closest one to me. There's one other one
I've been to one national park in Canada, but that's the other half of Glacier.
I would say Glacier National Park's the other one I've touched on. But
I went on the United States side, and then I went on into Canada. And that's pretty country.
Banff and Jasper are pretty. I like Banff. It's my favorite. The ones I've been to. Lots of mountains.
Yeah, I think I've been on that road. I've been in Missoula several times. It wasn't Missoula. What the hell was the name of that town? Billings. I was going to coming back from dropping one of them trailers off, and it was July the 4th, and we were running down that highway. And of course, Billings is not in the mountains or anything. And all of a sudden, now this is July the 4th, it went to snowing, and in just a few minutes, there was 6 inches of snow on the ground. And we drove for about 50 miles, and it was just damn near white out. And then all of a sudden popped out in the sunlight again. You know, just that one little bitty stretch, 50 miles wide. Crazy.
It's crazy. I know when we lived in Alberta, there was times my mom said that we could have snow in September when the kids went back to school, and have snow again in June when they were getting out.
Yeah. For sure.
That's a pretty road, Cat, from in Montana, from Helena and was it Twin Falls? Boy, there's some good trout fishing right in there. I'm thinking start making some videos. I'm rigging this little old small bike up, and I'm gonna get some pack rods and some fishing lures, a little bit of fishing tackle, and I'm gonna see how many rivers I can fish in Texas. Just be something different to do.
It would be. Make some cool videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes them do do camping with it.
Come on, Mapes. Sorry, Mapes. Hold on.
No, it's on the road, not the town, but it's up around Twin Falls, somewhere up in there. It there was we were coming out of there. I'm trying to think of the name of the town. We delivered a trailer right on the Canadian border, and we come back down that way. And it was pretty, but it wasn't 15 or anything.
I think I'm going to head out and go to bed.
I'd just be that way.
I'm tired.
Because she doesn't want to sleep on your live stream.
No, I don't.
Come on, I'm about to catch that scene.
No.
It was awfully close there.
I know. I know. I just, when I take my meds, it takes forever for them to kick in. And then once they kick in, it's like I can't control falling asleep.
I've been guilty of falling asleep on bees twice in the morning. It's like,
Yep, and I've seen it, and they've also seen. She's also seen me sleep.
oh,
I'm gonna have to get a map. Look,
screenshots of you sleeping.
Do what now?
I'll be in the chat, though. I'll stay in the chat. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I'll stay in the chat and talk for a little bit until I fall asleep.
we'll be hollering at you, waking you up.
Nope. Alrighty, guys. Have a good night, Ron. I'll see you tomorrow night. And I'll talk to you tomorrow during the day, Michael Ann.
Yeah.
Bye, Kenny.
Hi.
Have a good night.
All right. See ya.
You better behave.
I'm going to try to.
I'm going to let Michael Ann reach up there and smack you one.
I'm not going to be too much longer myself because I got to go to the grocery store in the morning.
Right. All right, guys. See you. Have a great night.
Tell Harley we said hello. Oh Lord, I'm sort of the same way tonight. I don't know. I think it must be the weather or something. Just
Was that?
sort of laid back. I started not to even get on here tonight because G was supposed to have it covered, and
Well, I wonder what happened to G.
I don't know.
Oh, that's
Because he usually goes live around 10:30 my time.
Yeah, I looked all over the place, and I couldn't find him. So maybe he's someplace he can't get online or something.
I was looking all over the place and nobody was going live, and I was like, and Ron doesn't go live on Saturdays, and I might as well. I was watching videos and I was doing this, and then I looked and was like, "Oh, Ron's on? Okay."
I think he finally did, or he's getting close now. And
Well, he's trying to. I think he said something about because he said something in his last live that they passed a law now in his state that you can't live out of your own vehicle in Nevada.
I don't know.
Traveling with special abilities can back that up with me. Something. If she's still in here.
Though now they've got laws in that BLM, and he was fussing about it. He thought he was gonna pull his RV out there and just leave it. I mean, you can't do that. You can, even like Arizona and Quartzsite and Yuma and Lake Havasu. Most of them got a 14-day limit.
Yep.
You pull in there and stay 14 days, and then you got to move 25 miles or something like that. Which that's not no big deal.
Yeah, 25 miles isn't very far.
No.
I know, but I know Roy and Becky. They they move about every 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, that's what the law is on most BLM out west, is that you can stay 14 days. And some of them you just stay 14 days out of 28. You know, in other words, you can just camp on BLM land 14 days out of a month. They got some crazy laws. But yeah, Cat, and they need to, this homeless deal is something else. They send all that damn money overseas, and you got people. Now, some of them people, you know, are crackheads, and they're always gonna live like that. Some of them like living that way, but there's a lot of people that just lost their houses and businesses and everything else in that crash out there in California, that they just don't have any place to stay. I mean, that tent's a house. They done lost their houses, and $2,000 a month rent ain't nothing in California, and it's getting that way in other places.
Who can afford $2,000 a month rent?
And that's a cheap place out there, man.
Is it really?
Yeah. That's why, man, we got Californians moving into Texas left and right. I got a cousin that owns a couple of 100 acres and a couple of houses on it that she inherited, and they get telephone calls and stuff in the mail every 2 or 3 days. People want to buy that land from California because the land's a high out there. They can sell the land in California and move to Texas and buy a ton of land, you know.
Good night, Ann J. I see you're leaving, Ann J. Good night.
Good night, Ann. I had a buddy of mine that was living in California all his life, and his folks had built a little bitty shotgun house out in the, I think about 1,000 square foot. I say shotgun house, it's a nice house, but small, out in the desert. And over the years, and 40, 50 years, well, town had built up all around it. Well, he went to work for a big company, and they sent him to Dallas to open a new office up. And after he did such a good job, they offered him to take it over. And he said, "Man," said, "I can't afford to buy a new house here in Texas." They said, "Well, think about it." Said, "You got 60 days." So he went home, got to thinking about it, and called a realtor. And this little, it's a 900 square foot wood house on a quarter of an acre. He called a realtor and says, "What would my house bring if I want to sell it?" That realtor said, "I'll give you $1.2 million for it today." Said, I want to buy it." He moved to Texas and spent like $300,000 on a house in Texas, in Dallas, a nice house, a whole lot more house than he had, and still had enough money to put nearly $1 million in the bank off of it. And if he had advertised that place, ain't no telling what he got for it.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, it's crazy around here. It's like my son and daughter-in-law just bought a house, and they ended up bidding $100,000 over market value
yeah,
because that's the way the houses were going, and they're not big houses. And I'm looking. I sold my house, which was a 3-bedroom bungalow with mostly finished basement, for I listed it for $199. This is almost 5 years ago, and I only got $189 for it. And looking at it now, I probably could have sold it for $500,000.
yeah. And real estate is just, and I didn't realize it until I got to run around all over the country. There is so much empty land in the United States, it's not even funny. I mean, they're just all the BLM land, the national forest. There's just millions and millions and millions of acres. And I don't know. It's this crazy world. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do, squeezing everybody out of these places. Something else.
No, I shake my head. I sold it for almost $200,000. My parents only paid $22,000 for it
Yeah.
back in the '60s.
Isn't that
Now you,
something?
now you can't even buy a car for that.
Well, if I could go back to being 18, 19, 20 years old, I wouldn't worry about a house too damn much. I'd probably buy a travel trailer, and but I'd buy every acre of land I could buy.
I spent the first 3 years of my life in a travel trailer.
Do what?
My dad spent the first 3 years of my life in a travel trailer. My dad worked construction.
Yeah.
And we were in Alberta, and then we were over in BC, then we were back in Alberta, and then he got transferred to Montreal, Quebec. We sold the trailer, and we rented houses there, and then we moved to Ontario when I was 5, and I've been here since.
Well, I've been living in this trailer full time 4 years now, I guess, and or living in a travel trailer. Not that whole time in this one, but I like it. It's just convenient and it's small enough you don't have to worry about nothing. You clean it up in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It gets messed up quick. That's the only thing about it being that small. But of course, I'm single and ain't nothing but me and Rocky. So if there were 2 people in this one, I'd want a little bigger trailer. I bought a bigger trailer and kept it 2 months and sold it. I hadn't sold this one, but I bought a 32 foot that had 2 bedrooms. And it was a nice trailer. Had a kitchen island out in the middle of it, and but it was just more trailer than I needed.
I think that's what the last one that they had was 32 foot. I have pictures of it somewhere.
If I ever buy another trailer, there's going to be 2 or 3 things in that trailer different than this trailer I've taken a dinette out of. I hate the dinettes in these damn travel trailers.
Oh,
They're the
yeah.
most uncomfortable thing in the world, and they take so much room up. And you walk in a trailer that's got a table and chairs in it, and it seems like they got twice as much room in it.
Yep.
And the other thing, this trailer here has got what they call a Murphy pit in it that will fold up in the wall.
Hmm.
I don't never fold it up, but that's the second thing. Is that it's got to have I buy another trailer's going to have a divided off bedroom. In other words, the bedroom.
I laughing at Crystal's comment.
Yeah, we were too. What's that dog eating?
Yeah, me snoring on both ends.
Well, knock on wood, Callie hasn't would let any go.
That's one thing so far I've been glad of. Rocky ain't started that. That other little screw tail we had, that sucker he'd run you plumb out of a room. And he'd fart and then he'd turn around and look at his butt like, where in the hell did that come from? You couldn't help but fall out laughing.
Well, I laugh because like we had dogs before when I was growing up. And yeah, you could smell when they let one go. I had never heard a dog fart until we got this one. He was across the room and all of a sudden I hear and he lifts his head and looks at me. It's like, that wasn't me, dude. That was you.
Well, that's the way. The other dog's name was Spanky. He'd fart like that, and then he'd turn around and look at his butt and like, where in the hell, like, and walk off. He'd get away from it, Well, the bulldogs are bad about doing that. I was watching a video and I'm trying to remember who it was, but they had a dog in there. That was Paula, and one of them dogs and Nate farted in there, and she was gagging when she got out of there.
Oh yeah, the Dallas he had up in the back of her ambulance. She jumped down on the floor, then she jumped back up and she let one rip. I was laughing.
I have to go find that video because I don't think I'd seen that one. I did see that one that she did today, that premiere video that she put out today, that Paul had put out today of Slab City.
Yeah,
I've seen that. It was a Saturday Night Live, I think she did. And she was in the ambulance, and Nate, she had the back doors open, and Nate walked up with Dallas and lifted her up into the ambulance.
Oh.
I think it was Dallas. Yeah, probably.
I'll tell you what. It don't seem like she's been down here nearly, 4 months? 3.5, 4 months?
Something like that.
She said in that premiere earlier today that when she put that out, somebody had asked her when how much longer she had left. She said she'd be leaving in about 5 days.
Yeah, I think she got.
Just go back to work the day after Easter, I believe, which is just over a week away.
I thought she had till the 1st of the end of April. But that'd be pretty close. I have got no desire to go to Slab City now. That's one place I don't care if I go or not. I like it around Quartzsite and
Yeah, I mean,
Slab City. I don't
know. I was watching all those videos, and I've got like no desire to go to that desert area.
Hello.
I like green.
Well,
too much brown and sand and dirt. It's like
Slab City, not that desert out there. Now I like it for a while, and if you're coming out of cold weather, it's nice. And there's some pretty country in there too. It's rocky country, but there's some neat places there. But I tell you what, Arizona, the eastern side of Arizona is mountains and green and lakes and rivers, and you wouldn't believe you're in Arizona. The western side is all desert. But there's a what's the name of that town? Sholo or something like that. You know where I'm talking about, Kathleen?
It's called Slab, not Slap City, William. There's a difference.
Yeah, one slap your brain.
Yeah.
Left your brains out.
Oh, I'm sure there's some the eastern side of Arizona is what I was talking about. Around Sholo and up in the mountains up in there. There's some pretty country up there. There was a national forest up there, and boy, that was a mistake I made. The first time I came through there was a ranch right in the middle of this national forest, and the family decided to sell it, and they sold that thing, and they started building a town right there. They started selling lots off, but they didn't cut any trees down, and they run the fire plugs right out in the middle of the forest when they started that town, and that town went to growing, and in about 5 years, yeah, Flagstaff is pretty nice. Where I'm talking about though is the southeastern part of Arizona, I guess. It hello T.
Hey, T. Hey, Diane Phoenix. I saw she come in here as well.
What you been doing, Diane? What kind of trouble you been into? I don't know. I had to look at a damn map to tell you.
But
It's not but like 150 miles from Phoenix. It's amazing. You go out of that desert right up in the mountains. There was one place through there that I had to cut up from Interstate 10 and cut up to 40. The no boy broke down, and I had to go up and pick his trailer up and deliver it. And we took a shortcut through there, and they had a copper mine back up in the mountain. And I mean, this thing is huge, and it's all fenced off. And those big Euclid dirt dirt movers were down in the bottom, and they looked like Tinker Toys. And they'd start driving them roads, going round and round in circles, coming out of that mine. And it'd take them 30, 40 minutes just driving to get out of there. And my wife loved turquoise. And we were driving along, and all of a sudden there was a area that had a big high fence around it. And I said, "Damn, look at that!" And we stopped and got out and walked over that fence and looked, and it was a ball of turquoise that was, oh, I don't know if I could have reached around it. Ain't no telling what it was worth. And I got talking to some people in that town. I said, "What the hell they got that ball of turquoise sitting out there?" And they said that was Indian land, and they had a contract to mine copper out of it, but that's all they could take out of it, and that they would have to take and bury that ball of turquoise when they covered that mine back up. And I mean, there ain't no telling how many $1 million that ball of turquoise was worth.
Yeah.
Wonder if somebody would steal it, but it would have been a major deal to steal it. Yeah, I know you don't like a desert. How's your shoulder, Diane? Well, you can tell the rain feeling better.
But yeah, I really like the courtside out there. I actually like the heat out there better than I do the heat we have here because there's no humidity. There's no
The
humidity.
dry heat.
It's dry heat. Yeah.
I I wouldn't mind it staying in that part of the country. I don't know. I'd get tired of it after a while, I guess.
Hey, you don't get the whole bed.
I love the mountains. I get up there hunting in Colorado in the mountains and stay about 10 days, 2 weeks. And man, I'm just in hog heaven up there. Love it.
Good night, Sharon Lewis.
Not sure.
Good night, Sharon.
Mike Wade, that's getting catchy.
Yep. Well, I'm not gonna pull a Crystal because she was getting really close there. That would be this.
Yeah, we ain't gonna make no 3 or 4 hours tonight. I don't think. I think we're gonna run. Well, we've been in here 1:38. Let's make it 2 hours and then we'll shut it down. All right.
Sounds like a plan.
That sounds like a plan too.
Yeah.
I have to set my alarm to get up in the morning so I can go to the grocery store. I'm not sleeping till noon. Where's the alarm? There we go. Sunday.
Do you have what type of grocery stores do y'all have there in Canada that we don't have here in the States?
Well, we like our big one. We have a Walmart Superstore here. That's one of our big ones, and then we have chains that are called like Metro and the Real Canadian Superstore and No Frills and Food Basics. But the thing, No Frills, Food Basics, and the Real Canadian Superstore are all under the same corporation. They all have the same like no name brand foods and stuff. It's like, which is kind of weird. But there's one that's called No Frills. Is like 2 blocks down. I could walk there.
Hello, Roy and Becky.
It's gonna find something.
Hey, Roy and Becky.
Gonna figure out something for dinner tomorrow night for Sunday dinner. See what's on sale. Use this one.
What you up to, Roy?
Oh, excuse me.
What's the exchange rate up there now, Michael Ann?
Well, the last time I looked, our dollar was or the American dollar was equal to 80 cents Canadian, but I haven't looked in the last couple of weeks.
And last time I was up there, it was like $1.50 to one.
Oops.
Fairy Dust is asking, where's the link?
There it is right there.
Sirloin tip roast, $3.99 a pound. Any other meat on sale? Ground pork. No, thank you.
I was telling somebody the other day, it's gonna get so bad. I think it's gonna get to where everybody's gonna have to figure out a way to grow their own food.
I
I
know.
used to do a patio garden for some veggies and that, but it's meat I need right now, not vegetables.
We planted about a big garden here this year. We sure need some rain on it. We planted it. It was supposed to rain that night. It didn't. But I got started on a kick last year of trying different stuff. And it's like radishes. They were grilling those radishes, and man, it takes the bite out of them. They're good like that. And
Just got to see when I get there what they got.
hello, how you doing, Barry Dove?
Oh, half and half. How are you guys?
You didn't
Pretty good.
holler this time when you come up on screen.
I have to what?
I said you didn't holler like you did last night when you come up on screen.
Well, I'm I'm trying to take my allergy pills, and then that affects me a certain way. So, half asleep, half awake. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Fair Dust, it's good to see you on the screen.
Oh, I was over there singing karaoke earlier.
Yeah, I was there. I was there in the chat.
Oh my goodness. I wanted to sing so much, can't sing for crap. Yeah, it was bad. But how are you guys doing? When I thought you weren't going live on Saturday night.
Well, G's supposed to go live, and so I don't. But he didn't show up tonight.
Yeah, I even looked for a thumbnail. He usually puts up a thumbnail, and I usually set the reminder on it. And because it's usually 10:30 my time when he goes live, so that'd be 7:30 his and 10:30 mine. So
Excuse me. Yeah, he usually sends me an email. I get an email right about 30 minutes or so before he goes up.
Yeah. Did you get anything from him tonight?
Nothing. And I said, okay, he's not going on. And Ron said he's not going on. Good, good. I guess we'll rest. And I was watching the Waltons right now.
Well, I tried to find him, and I started not to come on.
To the Waltons. Yeah. It's okay. You're here. How long have you been here?
almost 2 hours.
Oh, great. Got you guys from the back again.
Tanya, or T, I keep wanting to. She needs to come up and tell us how to pronounce her name.
Who's that?
Tanya.
I would pronounce it Tana.
Yep, Tana. Are we correct, Tana? Yeah, 2.5 hours. Oh my goodness. What'd you guys talk about? What was the topic tonight?
We're trying to educate Kenny some more.
Boy, Kenny, you're a scholar.
He gonna be a professor.
What did he say? Yep.
No.
Keep it quiet. Don't tell them nothing, Kenny. Shh.
All we got to do is just, if you say it, Kenny's guilty, laughing.
I was binge watching videos today. I was binge watching Camp Gore One's videos. I've caught up on all hers.
Oh, okay.
And I was also binge watching Misha Lee's videos. I about watched. Hey, I also connected with I made a new connection yesterday. I connected with a channel called Stitching Nomad. It was, yeah, and she's fairly new to YouTube. She's only got like 3 videos, and they're short videos. and they're- and so yeah, I met her through Gloria Slap on Wheels yesterday. She actually did an interview on this person.
Gotcha.
See, if you ever plant a garden, that food coming out of a garden fresh tastes so much better than what you buy in a store.
Oh yeah, that's what you guys were talking about. Growing your own food.
Yeah, we talking about some of that. It just, I got started with that dehydrator, and it's amazing. There's not many kinds of vegetables you can't dehydrate and put up. I got started doing those tomatoes, and dang, them things are good. They'll hook you. You go to eating them just after you dehydrate them. They're like candy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
When
how.
I was there, Kat. I was there when Carol had her own.
Yeah, them winds with the trailer. Roy, y'all don't have a trailer though. Y'all got a motorhome, don't you?
Yeah, that's what the Honey RV, the 1982 Ford Honey. Yeah, it's an RV motorhome.
Howdy, Roy and Becky. Kathleen.
With the 351 Windsor engine. That's a good engine.
William, are you still there? Is Janice and Diane here, or did they go to bed?
No, they both. Diane was here just a minute ago. She's quiet tonight though.
Probably here lurking.
Oh, how many today? Hi, everybody.
We got like 20 in here now.
20 watching, 27 thumbs up. Janice made a comment 6 minutes ago, so she's probably lurking.
Awesome.
We had a lot of people in here last night.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
think
most.
I saw 33 or something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was up nearly 40 at one time. I think it was in the mid 30s of when we had that many in here at one time.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And slowly but surely, I'm picking subs up. I'm up to 173 now. I mean, 273 now.
That's awesome.
This weekend, I'll get that 4,000 hours if we run more night.
Run it all night.
No, I'm just talking about on the live. I'll have 4,000 hours just on running regular lives by Monday probably.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and pick most of that up in 3 months?
Wow.
We've been doing this live every night for about 3 months, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only missed like I think 1 or 2, and I've been on all of them ever since he started, just about.
Yeah, I think you missed 2. That's all.
Wow, dinner date with Cookie.
I don't know who I feel sorrier for, Cookie or Kathleen.
Oh, that's cool.
Hand spinners convention. My cousin's done that.
I don't know how in the hell I'd be a master in this, William. I ain't been doing it but 3 months. Some of these people have been doing this a long time. I get some of these people that's got some big channels, you'll be listening to them, and they say, well, when you get on YouTube, 2008, 2010, they've been on there 10, 12, 15 years.
There's another. Oh, go ahead.
At least that'll give y'all somebody to rake over the cold, Cat.
Yep, there's Diane.
There's another channel called Yogi Hollow Farm, who's in South Dakota as well. It reminds me of both Kathleen and Bama Rush. I don't think I've ever seen Bama Rush in here.
Do what now?
I think I've seen Bama Russian Nomox. Maybe.
Oh yeah, he goes on.
Mine. He's been in mine.
I don't
Uh-huh.
think this one.
And Tanya and Derek's as well.
Yeah, they came in. Derek came in here a couple times. Well, he got up on screen one night.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So that Yogi Hollow Farm is from South Dakota. I just don't know where in South Dakota, but it always reminds me of both Kathleen and Anthony. Yeah, would like to visit the Dakotas one day, someday.
Driven through North Dakota about 30 years ago. That's how close as I've been.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Cookie.
Alberta was easier to go through Michigan and then up along the border than to go all the way in Ontario, all the way around the Great Lakes and up into northern Ontario. It's a little out of the way. So.
Wow.
Kathleen Cookie's a pretty good old boy. Don't tell him I said that now.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had the pleasure and honor to get to meet him in Branson when I went to Branson last year.
Well, that's not too bad, is it? How hot did he get today, Roy?
I won't get to go to Branson this year because I'll be going on that cruise and going to Disney.
Yeah, I don't think your heart could stand a cruise in Disney. And after that, I think you'd be shot.
You're going to have the pleasure and honor to meet a whole crap load of people.
Yep.
Meet up, pre-cruise, the cruise, and then going to Disney. You'll be overloaded with people.
Kenny, there's about 75-25 ratio of men to women on them cruise ships. So now you're going to watch yourself.
And don't be shy on the ship, Kenny. Don't be shy. They're all your friends. Okay.
We're going to make Kenny a sign to take on a ship with him. It says motorboat lessons here.
No.
Britsky. How's that one?
No.
Just go right between the cheeks and say Britsky. Is that what it is? The cheeks or the chest? I don't even know what I'm saying. Never mind.
What's wrong, Michael Ann? You like you pass out, girl. Oh Lord!
But it'll be fun. And loose pants because you will get your share of all them buffets. The buffets. I remember going on the Carnival cruise. And the buffet was there, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I want? Couldn't handle it. Could only eat so much. But we did try the restaurant one time. And I was so new to cruising, just raw new, that I didn't even know about a theme night that they had. You know, I seen these people all dressed up, and there was a theme night. Something was going on. What's that? Was anybody invited? Everybody invited? What? Didn't know nothing about it.
It was probably formal night. Probably what it was.
Probably.
There's two of those. Plus, Kenny's going to the chef's table. This is another dress up night.
I think you have to dress up for that one too, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Just be you with the black suspenders, a little black bow tie, and you're fine. You know,
Mhm.
you're Kenny. That's your dress up.
I want to see that name tag he's got on when he got Kenny B.
No, I don't have that one.
Hi, I'm Kenny B. Double D.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You notice Kenny is really getting slick about changing the subject. Notice how slick he's got about that?
Yeah, I'll just ignore them looking at my game here again.
I'm reading the chat. Okay, Kathleen, the boobs. That's right.
He was sitting there talking about boobs and motorboating, and he's sitting there and all of a sudden started talking about what size the engine was in Roy's RV. He getting where he does it pretty smooth.
Yeah, he's passing his grades.
I started talking about truck engines, and I started doing this.
I'd like to be a little mouse sitting up there the first time one of them gals comes by in a bikini and more boobs sticking out than are covered up. She goes walking by bouncing. I'd like to be watching Kenny.
The Love Boat.
I was watching somebody's sail away party on the horizon.
Oh wow!
You know, dancing around down by the pool, and there was girls my size and bigger and in tiny bathing suits, and I'm like, oh my, you see everything.
Wow. Yeah, some of these women they don't care. String bikini for sure. Wow.
I know it's the same thing when I went to Cuba 3 years ago. It's like, well, I guess anything goes here.
Actually, Kat, these glasses when I go out in the sunshine, these things will actually turn dark
Yep.
because they are transition.
You think they'll turn dark enough?
Yeah. I can go out in the sun and I come back in the house. I can't see out of these hardly when I come in the house.
Whoa. So your eyes will be hidden
in the sunlight. You
go ahead.
Yeah, I can't see my computer screen. I mean my telephone screen with those transition glasses I've got. They're Polaroid. And it'll just, you can't hardly see anything on the phone with them if you're out.
Yep, Kat, basically 3 Band-Aids and some dental floss.
Yeah.
Even if I had that hot, sexy body, I wouldn't do that. I don't know.
Good
Now,
night, T.
Swimming in the buff, if it was my own private swimming pool and nobody can see and it's nighttime, I can see that. But out there in a cruise, it's crazy. And then they wonder why is everybody looking at them. I don't know. But Kenny,
I've heard stories where some women do get mad for a guy looking at them.
Tell them no.
What are you smiling at there? Huh? What are you looking at? Put that grin on your face, pervert.
You just stare all you want, Kenny. Hey, you're right here in front of me. I can't change the channel, so there you go. You just look at them and look at them up and down and sideways and everything. You just look.
You know, look, walk away.
Yeah. Don't touch, but just look.
Cat says, carry a drool towel, Kenny.
I can see him with a bib. I'm ready.
I got a friend of mine, a lady, and she's about as big as Dolly Parton. I mean, huge on top, but she wears clothes that shows them off, you know. And one night we were all there was a bunch of us out, and she had a real low cut blouse on, and this buddy of mine walked up and started talking to her, and she was going, "Look up here, my face is up here, talk to me," and she was giving him hell over it. I walked up,
Wow.
I said, "Gloria, if you don't want somebody looking at the damn thing, cover them up."
There you go.
And
Because
she,
that's natural. That's actually natural for a guy to do that.
oh yeah, but
Oh, yes.
you half naked and to draw attention, and then when you get the attention, you don't want it. I said that don't make no damn sense. She didn't like it much.
Yes, we understand about how men and how they think
Oh,
and they're visuals. Men are visual. What did they say? Men are doers. They're visual. That's all they are. Women are more emotional. Um,
women talk about things a whole lot rougher than men do. They,
uh,
be
I-
in
no
on.
comment.
I know, you know, I'm telling the truth. Oh,
Yep.
That's true, Kat.
yeah, you're more. You're more. That's right. That is true.
Break me off a piece of that.
Well,
I think of that commercial. Break me a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
That's right. Yeah, I like. I'm a flirt. I think I'm a flirt. I like to just go to the cashier, register, talk to the men, talk. I even talk to the women, but talk to the men and the younger guys, whatever. I make some of the younger guys blush, but it's just harmless. Being very polite, very nice, but I'm talkative with them. You know.
Yes. Rodeo. Get a nice pair of stranglers on there.
Mm.
Them boys know how to wear a pair of blue jeans.
Lord help! Now that would be a mess.
Those Marlboro men. Wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like I said once before, my favorite thing in high school was going to gym and seeing those girls in those
And those is what?
in those shorts.
Were you a shy guy in high school, Kenny?
Those that they like to tore me up seeing those.
Did you like the cheerleading squad, Kenny?
But yeah,
Yep.
my favorite thing in high school was even in middle school and elementary school.
Damn, you started young.
Listen, my nephew. So my ex-sister-in-law said, "Oh yeah, the teacher told me that Paul is under the table stroking his hand on her leg." And he
What?
must have been, oh, I don't know, first grade or something. That he was under the table stroking her leg. He had a fetish for pantyhose, stockings, and started that young. It was unbelievable.
The tactile thing.
Not shy at all.
My buddy's here, grandson. He's about 8 now. He sort of got out of it. But that kid, now you talk about a boob fanatic. If a woman could pick him up, and he'd be laughing and cutting up, and I guarantee you he'd have his hand plumb down that bra and within 2 minutes of when they picked him up.
Wow.
He would every time. Or somebody pick him up, and he'd be going like that.
Let me see. Wait a minute. Like how?
Yeah, when the guy.
I can't remember if one of mine or one of the kids at babysat that kept trying to do that. It was like, well, nope.
Yeah.
It was the students, William. Because the teachers and stuff, they weren't as strict as for the students to wear. The rule was every student had in gym class, except unless I got exempt to wear what I wore that day. Of course, like I said many times, I do not own a pair of shorts.
He refuses.
And I do not wear sweatpants unless I'm just hanging around here at the house or something like that. You will never find me in a pair of sweatpants outside my in a public outside my house. So
I just had a vision right now. Oh my God.
but yeah, I told him it was against my religious beliefs for me to wear shorts, and that's the reason why I don't wear. That's one of the reasons why I don't wear shorts. And another thing too, I just never was one that really likes shorts, and I just never did like them, never did care for them, you know.
Oh my goodness.
And I just don't think that my legs are that good to look at. So therefore, you will never see my legs at all. Period. Out in public. Well, you have a real choice.
Well, you're going to be in a shock. You're going to be in a state of shock when you go on the ship and you see all these ladies there with their bathing suits.
There's not many bosses that's going to allow you to wear shorts. Unless you're doing an outside event or something.
Hmm.
I tell you what, I'm about as bad as Kenny. I don't own a pair of shorts. I'm in Levi's and boots all the time.
Yeah. Now I'll wear dress pants, and I'll wear like work pants that you can wear as like those Dickie work pants that you can wear as like dress pants or work pants in general. I'll wear those, but as far as anything else, nope.
Well, I tell you something else. I don't own a pair of tennis shoes. I don't own a pair of low quarters at all. Everything I've got boots, dress boots, or work boots, or something. You know.
Wow.
It just.
Is that the Texan in you, or is that for a reason?
I think it's some of the Texan, and it's some of the kind of work I did. I worked in a steel business, you know, welders and stuff like that all the time. And plus rodeoing, and I was doing that.
Wow.
So I just never was comfortable in them. They give me a pair of Levi's and a pair of boots, and I'm happy.
Is that Levi's or Wranglers?
Levi's.
Gotcha.
Okay. Damn Wranglers don't fit me worth a damn. I look like a truckload of wetbacks moved out of my britches or something.
Yeah. Levi's last forever.
Hey Tim, from Typex Corner. But yeah, like I said,
Hi, Tim, the Duke.
yeah, I'm either Levi's or I'm either in Levi's, Wranglers, or what's that other one?
Dickies.
Dickies. Well, that
You
them
can't
too,
you
but
can't say that on a live screen.
what's that?
Huh? What you said.
Levi's.
I'm just messing with you, but it does.
Oh, Dickies?
Yeah.
Hey, that was the name of our canaries. Different canaries throughout my child life, but they were all named the same, just like our Pomeranian. Different Pomeranian in the late 60s, and then the 80s, and then the 90s, all named Foxy. I don't know. Black Poodle named Pierre. So the canaries were always named Dickie. Dickie.
Hello, Julie.
Yeah.
Tim up to.
Now, I like I said, I'll wear like sweatpants if I'm going to bed or just hanging around here at the house. But that's about the only time I'll wear sweatpants.
Really? And they come in variety of colors. I like wearing them if it's cold and I want to be comfortable, but I wear them to the laundromat or to the grocery store or something.
Hello, Lillian.
Hi, Lillian.
That's something else I don't know.
What are sweatpants?
Yeah.
I like the different colors they came out with, but I'm always in blue, dark blue. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell
Hey,
you.
Julie. Hey, Lillian. Julie, I hadn't seen her in a while.
Wow, Julie, hello.
I tell you what, I will wear the Wranglers though is the shirt. I like the Wrangler shirts.
Okay.
I have hell buying shirts anyway. I'm real broad across the shoulders, and I got a damn 30-inch waist or 28, anywhere between 28 and 30-inch waist. Look like I'm in a damn tent, unless it's a tapered shirt.
You all right, Michael Ian?
Yep, I was just reading something.
Okay, I didn't know if you're still awake or not.
Yeah, I was just reading something.
You see her, she raises that one eyebrow every once in a while. She raises two, that's all right. She just raises one, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I was just reading something that was sent to me, so.
Janet, you crazy. Take it easy, William.
Take care, William.
All right, William.
Good night, William.
Here it is.
Do what?
But yeah, that's how I got out of not having to change. Of not having to change into shorts or anything like that in school.
That's something that always cracked me up. Like where Janice lives over there, or you go to Africa, and you'll see they got the poisonous stuff in the world, poisonous snakes and bugs and crap, and they'll be running around in shorts. You don't in Texas. You don't do that. Every damn thing in Texas will bite or sting or strike, and everything got a thorn on it. Shorts don't work real well. Kathleen, you're a trip.
She's She's amazing.
That little old gal. Oh,
Hey, Sean.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Sean.
Good day,
From,
Sean.
Good
from,
night,
the
Cat.
from the Down Under Cruisers.
damn! Sean run you off, Kathleen.
Oh, Kathleen, you have a good night.
They're into their Monday already.
Well, you know, we're going to shut this thing down at 2 hours and 2 hours and 20 minutes now. That's been 40 minutes ago when I said that.
It's her fault. It's her fault. She gave up.
It's her fault. Cat, you have a good night.
Yeah, sleep well. What's everybody's plans for tomorrow or
Just catch
Sunday?
up on YouTube videos.
Try to get some sleep all damn night.
For Sunday dinner for my kids.
Oh, what's for dinner?
I don't know.
Yum.
I don't even know what I'm going to have tomorrow either.
My older son and daughter-in-law come over for dinner on Sundays.
Yum. That's
I have no idea
cool.
what I'm making yet. I have to go to the grocery store and see what deal I can get on meat.
Oh gosh, I can imagine how expensive it is. I very rarely go into the meat section.
How come?
I'm not much of a meat eater. If I crave meat, I'll go for a steak and egg breakfast or something like that. If I'm craving meat, maybe a roast beef sandwich or maybe even a pastrami double dip with some mustard and pickles. But I very rarely eat that way. I've never been a meat eater. Now, if you give me some cheese, maybe a quesadilla or a grilled cheese sandwich or a homemade pizza. I like making homemade pizzas. And I'll eat bacon and sausage. And I love Italian sausage. And I get the little tubes of sausage and I'll cook that and break it up. And then I'll get my pita pocket bread or the naan. It's an Indian bread. It's kind of an oval shape. And I'll just put cheese and some olives and some sausage and I'll put it in my toaster oven. And, oh, yeah, that's delicious. But yeah, I'm not much of a meat eater. Don't get me wrong. A good ribeye, maybe a couple of bites of a porterhouse, that'll last forever. I'll enjoy that.
I was thinking about it before you got started. I haven't done it in a while. I think I'm going to go get me a good T-bone tomorrow and fix it. Or either go someplace and let somebody fix me one. Go to Texas Roadhouse or someplace.
Now, see, do you guys have a Lucille's?
Not here.
No, I've never even heard of it. What is it?
Lucille's is New Orleans type of a restaurant with smoked ovens where they make the barbecue ribs and all of that meat stuff like barbecue, but it's supposed to be like New Orleans style. Although some of their food isn't good, I'll eat. They have a family feast for $124. You can feed like 8 to 10 people or something, and they'll give you like 3 kinds of meats and side dishes. Their roasted vegetables and their ribs and their mac and cheese, excellent. That I'll tear up. But an individual, like I've tried their gumbo and stuff, it's not. It's just too commercial. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, we're going to put Sean on the nose of that boat where everybody can watch him after that note he just put in there.
Sean. What is gumbo? Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not from New Orleans, but I've had some gumbo. It's delicious.
You like it?
And I've made some myself. Yes.
What
Because you
makes
can
your
put
tongue slap your brain?
shrimp and sausage and some chicken and this roux. Oh God, how do I explain it? It's like a dark brown roux, almost dark brown roux. It kind of reminds me of curry, but it's not curry. It's a very mild taste, but it's very good. And with your chicken and your shrimp and your sausage, some people put that okra. Oh God, I won't. And you could put it over rice. It's delicious. Jambalaya is good if some. I'm not into sweet tomato sauces. I'm not into it. So, like my pizza, no sauce or very little sauce. You know what I mean? I just can't. It's like a twang for me, and I don't like that. But I'm getting used to it. All you people talk about this and that and the other, and I'm like, okay, I could try. So I'm enjoying it. Or I'll dip that breadstick in the marinara sauce. Excuse me. But
I
I'm
love
not.
marinara.
See, I'm not much of a tomato person.
I like tomatoes, but I like them tart. I don't like them sweet. They,
Now, I have tried fried green tomatoes. Oh my God, those are so good. And
Amen.
I go to Trader Joe's, a little market we have, and they had a little basket of. They look like cherry tomatoes, but they're purple, orange, and yellow tomatoes. And I said, "Wow, I like the colors," you know. So I bought me some, and they were very good on a salad. But
I
other than that,
I go out here in that garden and pick me a couple of them green tomatoes up, and slice them up, deep fry them.
oh yeah, anything fried is delicious. Kenny, if you've ever gone to your county fair or something like that, and they have sections where they fry, geez, just about anything, try it. Just taste it. It's very good.
Well, I've had fried green tomatoes, but now I could also take a green tomato and eat it raw too. I can actually slice it up and make a tomato sandwich out of it.
Ooh, the ex-husband when he was in his early 20s and teens, he used to bite an onion like apples. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Some
Lily,
weird stuff.
I can
you know,
do onions that way too. I love onions.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rob.
I don't like raw onions, but I like fried onions. That's weird, I know.
I like my onions fried. I like my tomatoes cooked. I don't like raw tomatoes or raw onions.
They used to make me sick.
And Lillian, it will depend on what I make for supper tomorrow, whether I do a video. Sorry.
You need to try those fried green tomatoes, Lily. You don't know what you're missing.
Oh yeah, those are good. I highly recommend it. And I
They
like my
will make
slice.
your tongue slap your brain.
3 or 4 times.
I like my sliced purple onion in my salads. And when I eat a good burger, I don't mind the raw onion flavor around the burger with a thin slice of tomato, because those juices with your salt and pepper, those juices on the burger, boy, they taste really very flavorful. And I like the grilled onions also.
I like a nice grilled caramelized onions on my burger.
Hmm.
It's weird. I'll order a cheeseburger and cut the onions, and then order onion rings well done.
Oh, onion rings. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But they got to be well done. Now I can't stand them if they half raw. You bite into them, and the inside comes out like a worm.
Right, right. And I'm not a condiment eater. I won't. A friend of mine had gotten food poisoning one time, and
No.
she thought it was the mayonnaise. So this was in the early '90s, and ever since the early '90s, I won't eat condiments too much. But now that I'm older, I tend to crave a little bit of mustard with a little bit of ketchup mixed in it, maybe a little bit of sriracha sauce in that. Mix it up, and I'll dip my French fry. I'll dip something like that, just a taste, just a taste. But and I do like mayonnaise. Mayonnaise in my burger or in my potato salad, macaroni salad.
Oh,
Oh, what happened?
Kendra.
Oh, trouble
Hey,
here.
Kendra.
Kendra, hi Kendra.
Hey, Kendra. I got a son-in-law that's running a fireworks stand. Do you want me to pick you a case of Roman candles up?
Ron.
So you could replay that, what you did the last I've seen a picture of that in my mind.
Sort of like them double D chickens in their pajamas on. I can get you a good deal on them, Kendra. I can buy them wholesale.
Oh Lord. But anyway, yeah. Speaking of onions, I can actually eat an onion raw. I love onions, and I can actually my I, my grandma used to do onion and mayo sandwich. She just make cut up onion and put mayo on the slices of bread, and she'd have onion. Now I can do it with mustard, but I can't do mayo.
You know, the only thing I like raw onions with, and it's funny, they don't bother my stomach when I eat them, and that's a big old pot of pinto beans, some cornbread, and a slice of
Oh,
onion.
I like cutting up my onions up in those pinto beans. I like
I,
uh,
I've been cooking
bean.
with onions, talking about raw onions. And I like a slice
Yeah.
of raw onion then, but I don't want a whole lot of it then.
Excuse me. If we make a big old pot of pinto beans, um, we'll throw onion and garlic, maybe a little bit of serrano chili sliced up in there. Nothing to, say, woo, these are hot, but just to give it a flavor. Sometimes we'll put in, once they're fully cooked and you can eat it like bean soup, then we'll put it in the frying pan and smash them up for refried beans. Well, sometimes we'll put already cooked bacon or a ham hock or chicharrones, you know, what is that? Pork rinds, chicharroni into the meat, into the beans. Different way. You can do so much with beans. My goodness. Chorizo, you know, for flavoring.
Ooh.
Just as long as everything's cooked, you have a flavor there with your beans. Anything goes.
Well, after my wife got sick, she's not a cook. I don't claim to be. I've learned to cook, but she sort of lost her taste or something, and she'd cook food that'd be so damn salty you couldn't eat it. So finally, we just quit putting the salt in the food, and I'd add it to it, when it was on the plate. Well, I still do that. I cook without much salt, and then if I want salt on it, well, I'll add it.
Here's the tip. So, one of my little nieces wanted to cook, blah, blah, blah. And she went as if the salt shaker just didn't have a lid. whew, I mean, all of these spices and seasonings, and oh my God, you couldn't taste the food like this when you're cooking it. So I said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a colander strainer, and we're gonna run the hot water. You're gonna pour the whole pot of food in that strainer and let the hot water rinse it up some, not totally bland, but rinse it up and then put it back in the pot and give it a taste. And believe me, you saved a whole pot of food.
Good
That's
night,
like
Michael. Man.
very good.
Good night, Michael Ann. You have a good one. You look like
I don't hardly add salt to anything usually.
Yeah, that was an accident that my niece did,
I
but we saved it. We saved the food, and it was great.
I put a little bit of salt. I'll put a little bit of salt on my watermelon and cantaloupe and things like that. Give it some flavor. And
I do.
things like that. But that's usually about the only food I normally put salt on.
Cucumber, I like to put a little salt on that.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
one of my favorite things is to get good corn tortillas and put a little bit of, when they're hot, put a little bit of butter on them and maybe throw a couple of jalapenos in it and salsa, and then now I'll put salt on that. I can sit there and eat without waiting in those, boy.
Wow, Ron.
What?
Salsa and jalapenos. Whoa.
Well, if it's not too hot a stuff, jalapenos. There's definitely trouble right there.
Well, you guys are making me hungry. What's going on with you?
Hello there, Sean.
How are you, Bernay?
Good. How are you?
I'm good for a Sunday.
And happy Sunday.
I'm coming to your house, Diane.
Oh, is it not? Oh, is it still Sunday there?
It is. It is 17:21.
You had to tell me what that is in actual time.
5:21.
And no,
Okay.
Lillian, I think you said beans and weenies.
No.
No way in the world will you ever get me to eat that stuff.
What, the weenies or the beans?
Beans and
Beans
weenies?
and-
Oh man.
Beans and Franks. Oh, God. I was in Head Start, 4 years old, and they served us Frank and beans, and I just threw up in front of the entire Head Start class, and I never wanted to go back again. And I won't eat them. Nope.
Hey, I got
love
a
'em.
question
I could
for
do-
Janice. Janice is saying it's almost dinner time for us, and I agree. I'm asking her, what's for dinner?
Vegemite?
Oh, wash your mouth out. Seriously. That
I'm
stuff
gonna
is
try
actual
that
grease.
stuff. I'm
Look,
gonna try
of
this
all the
stuff in
things,
the fridge.
of all the things I want to agree with Kenny on, is Vegemite is minus 000. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's minus 000.
Really? I believe it.
I mean, you eat Vegemite. It's like taking a bucket full of salt and consuming it. I mean, seriously.
Does it taste like caviar?
No. At least caviar tastes nice.
Okay.
This is just salt.
Gotcha.
Oh, that looks good. Chicken tenders with veggie tonight. That looks great.
Do you like sauerkraut?
I'll eat anything.
Oh, I love sauerkraut.
I love sauerkraut.
I'll take this jalapeno sausage that's got the cheese and the jalapenos in it, slice it up and brown it in the skillet, and then fix the sauerkraut and add that sausage to it. That's not a bad meal.
I just want to say quickly, g'day to Kendra and Lorraine. Quack yourself.
Now, when I was Kenny's age and younger than Kenny, chili, I make salsa and I use the habanero and the serrano and the jalapeno and then little tiny balls, little red balls of chili. I mean, tiny little red balls that are woo, and I used to make a good salsa. But I think because I ate so much of this hot, hot salsa where you're sweating right here, little pellets, I think that's what messed up my stomach too. Throughout the years, you know what I mean? It
Thanks
took
a
like
lot,
20
Ron.
years. What
Thanks
happened?
a lot, Ron. I
Uh-oh.
feel so loved.
Well, I couldn't help it out.
Now, Bernay, I mean, all these meals that you had when you were a youngster, how many of them do you still have now?
I didn't hear you. How many do I have now?
Yeah. How many would you still make?
Oh, well, I eat once a day. I'll snack on little munchies here and there, but I only eat a meal once a day. Cheese, anything with cheese, or on a hot summer day, a little bowl of cereal with cold
Mhm.
milk. Sandwiches. I love sandwiches. Different
Now,
breads. Hmm.
now Janice is agreeing with me. Janice is saying that Vegemite is a yeast extract. It is salty and it's full of vitamin B. And what Vegemite actually is the leftovers of making beer. So it's the yeast from making beer.
Now I heard you guys will use a little bit to flavor up some food and stuff.
Yeah, it works
Okay.
well. It works well in something like a stew or something like that because it's salty enough.
Okay. I could see that. But not all by itself the way Kenny. No way.
Well, what can I say? I mean, Kenny is a stickler for punishment.
I'm gonna try that stuff cold. See if it's any better.
I bought me a jar of cactus. So I'm gonna have me some cactus with scrambled eggs for tomorrow morning for breakfast. It's
Ah,
very
that's
good.
Tastes like.
So
What
good.
do they call that?
What?
Fred? What do they call that in Mexico?
you're not.
I believe nopales con huevos. But I've never been to Mexico except for the Baja. Well, no, I think as a child they took me to the capital de Mexico, the capital of Mexico, or Mexico City maybe. But I used to know a friend who lived in Mexico, and he was always going to the higher end restaurants in Mexico, and he said the cuisine is so different over there than it is here. You guys are all Americanized with your tacos and your tostadas and enchiladas. He goes, nope, you don't have that over there.
I was down in Mexico with a buddy of mine that bought a ranch down there, and in Texas you got what they call Tex-Mex, and it's pretty spicy.
Mm-hmm.
In New Mexico, it's greasier and it's hotter. There's more peppers in it. And Arizona is a different kind. And then you go to Mexico, and in Mexico the food is just bland. It doesn't have any spices on it or anything. And you add that as I mean, they'll have bowls of stuff that you can put on it, but the food is real bland.
Well, for example, we can make a chile relleno here. And you get your poblano chili and you roast them. You peel the skin. You put a little sliver. You'll shove meat or meat and cheese, like ground beef and cheese in there. And you roll it up and you flour it and dip it in egg and then you fry them up. That's the way we make our chile rellenos, right? Over there, they roast the chili. They don't put anything as a batter. They'll just roast the chili, shove it with meats and whatever concoction they want to put, and then they put some kind of crema over it, and then they put little pomegranate seeds on top. Very colorful, red, white, and green. Very colorful, but totally different than than what we do here. And it looks delicious. My goodness.
Yeah, but every nationality changes their food to suit the country that they're in. I mean, you go to a Chinese restaurant, it's nothing like having the food in China. You go to
Exactly.
a Korean restaurant, it's nothing like the Korean food. Ah, Ron knocked himself out.
He always does.
Well, he knocked me out. I'm upset now. I'm back here. That's cool. Um, yeah, so you'll find that foods vary from country to country. I think they tend to westernize things. Ilana and I went out for our anniversary to a Chinese restaurant here, and the waiter was
That's
saying
right.
to us, the Peking duck that we were going to have was different to the one that they have at home.
Okay.
Different spices. I don't. You know what? Anything tastes good to me.
Right? Yeah, I don't mind trying stuff at one time. And the cactus and eggs, I grew up with that stuff.
So what does
People,
cactus taste like?
it's a little tangy.
Mm-hmm.
You could bite into it raw, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll taste. Oh, it's a texture of like an aloe vera plant.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little tangy now when you cook it, and you don't have to cook it for a long time at all. Just real whip it up, and it cooks. There's a lot of lava in it, the pulp, the juice, because the cactus keeps water inside of it. So like an aloe vera. So it's good to drain it. I get them. I'll either buy them raw or I will get them in a jar, and I just drain the jar and just let them drain and drain and drain. I like them as dry as possible, but you can't. You're still going to have some kind of moisture.
Because
It tastes
it's mostly water, isn't it?
right, and it's a little tangy, but not really. I can't explain it. It's very good. People make it saute it in their meat, saute it like onions in their meat dishes. They garnish it with tomato and onion, and then your cactus for a salad. Refreshing if you want it cold, but I like it just plain with my scrambled eggs. They usually make it with some onion and tomatoes chopped up fine, like pico de gallo. If you've ever heard of that, yeah. So they'll mix it with that in there, and it's very good. And I like it with the scrambled eggs. And I'm not good with eggs at all, but once in a while you have that craving for an egg, just like I have that craving for a meat or something, and I'll try it.
Oh, well, it's worth a try if I can get
Welcome
some.
back, Ron.
Otherwise, I'll wait until I get there. Well, welcome back, Ron.
Ron.
I appreciate it.
The first time I had cactus was at a Quartzsite. You remember that, Fairy Dust?
I don't remember you eating cactus. Who gave it to you?
I can't remember who it was who gave it to me, but somebody out there gave it to me in Quartzsite.
And how was it? How was it prepared?
Cactus and nothing
On a
else
scale
was
of
in
one,
there?
it was in the jar. It was pickled. It was pickled. It was
And they just had you
pickled
taste
cactus.
it like that?
Yeah, like like when you get pickled eggs, pickled sausages, and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
This was pickled cactus.
Yes, that's how I get my jars of cactus. But, you usually make it with something. They just give it to you just like that? Wow.
Yeah, it was good stuff. I liked it.
Oh, good.
They take
So what's it taste like, Kenny?
It's hard for basically. It's hard for me to really describe it, really. But
I
on a
know.
scale of 1 to 10, it's definitely 10.
Right. And in front of all you people here, for months, I've been telling Kenny that I'm sending him a package. Months. and I've emailed him, and I told him, "Hang on there, I have it. I just got to send it off." But I keep asking him, what does he want from California that I could add to the package before I send it to him? So,
See, I don't
friend
know
of all you,
what all you have. I can't get here though. That's the thing.
right? I don't know. I don't know what you. I don't know what you don't get over there that we might have over here. Is what I want to know.
We don't get everything.
Are you fishing?
I mean, we're down under, so what else?
Where you at, Sean?
Where am I at?
Yeah.
I'm in Melbourne. That's where I am.
Okay. I'm like the cactus that I've eaten before. Is I'm like Lorraine. They just take the pad off the cactus and sit there and throw it on the fire and burn the thorns all off of it, and then they cut it
Yeah.
up like green beans, and just be narrow strips of it. But they eat that in Mexico all the time.
Hmm. Yeah, you could grill it. The whole cactus leaf. You can grill it if you want, and usually it's really pliable, and you can slice it up, put it in a corn tortilla with some um, queso fresco, and maybe a little bit of salsa on top of that. Oh, it's good. That's why I'm saying I don't eat meat that much. I'll eat other stuff in place of meat, but it's good like that. I'm a cheese eater. I'm a rat cheese eater.
Um, just
Oh, I love
just
cheese.
answering Janice for a minute.
Hmm.
Janice, I'm not sure whether you're the other side of the Westgate Bridge, but I'm in Bentley area. That's where I am. So about I think it's a little bit longer little bit further than that. I think you're in Altona way. I think you are, if I'm not mistaken. But yes, we're in the same city.
Oh wow, small world.
This world gets smaller every day, and
Hmm.
in exactly 171 days, it's going to be really small.
Right?
Yeah, because I'll be right over your side.
No, you won't be near me. I have to go to you guys.
Okay, let's say 187 days we'll be right next to each other.
Right. Oh, it's too bad that you come all the way over here and not get a chance to come to the West.
Um, if I had more time up my sleeve, as in lots of money, like I won the lottery or something, we
Right.
would look at making it at least a couple of months. Just traveling around, because I've got relatives up in Boston, and we've got people over in the West that we'd like to meet, and we've got people down in
Really?
Florida, and I mean, there's people everywhere. So we'd even grace Canada with our presence. So I mean, we'd like to do all these things, but it's just as far as the bank will let us go. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Money and time. Money and time. That's all
Absolutely.
you need is money and time. But it would be awesome to see Sean and Alana at courtside. Right, Kenny?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
wouldn't
know.
mind that.
But of
I
course,
cannot wait to stir up Blaine.
he would be he would be in our winter, where it's spring there.
Yep.
Spring is over there. We're having our winters here. So and
Maybe
now
we
that
should
we're
all
getting
pitch
ready,
in $1.
now that we're getting ready to head into springtime, he's getting ready to head into his winters over there.
Wait a minute. You're heading into springtime. We're heading into autumn.
Hmm. Well, we are in spring, and here
Or
in
you call it fall.
California, it's like summer almost.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're still having nice days though. Temperature today was, what was it? I don't have the program up. but it was 26 degrees C. What is that? That's like nice and warm for you guys. It's like 67 or something like that.
Hi, Ron. Outdoor Adventures with Ron. How you doing?
G'day, Ron.
Hey, outdoors adventure, Ron.
Excuse me.
You're excused. The bathroom's just. Oh, sorry.
These allergies, they kill me. They kill me. I can't stand it. I don't like springtime. Beautiful flowers, as you saw last year, my little 1.5 minute flower video. I want to go back again, but because of spring, boy, the allergies flare up like crazy.
We have an issue here where Australia, particularly down south, Melbourne, is known really for being the asthma capital of the world. I mean,
Oh, really?
yeah, asthma is a big thing.
Oh, it was 80 degrees Fahrenheit, Janice says. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how she manages to speak Faranese.
American?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
okay.
You ever eat the cactus fruits? You ever eat the jelly and stuff off that fairy dust?
The fruit, the sweetness.
Yeah, so
Oh, why does it have to be so much trouble to eat it? But it is so sweet. It is unbelievable and so good for you. See, Kenny, those are the natural stuff to eat. Even Papa can have where the sugars don't go up, and if it helps to regulate your sugars. But that stuff is good. Now the trouble with it is you take a bite and you're spitting out all these little black seeds galore. That's the trouble.
Hey, Janice, I reckon I'm a bit older than you, but the country I came with, South Africa, they said today you are speaking imperial, tomorrow you are speaking metric, and if you dare talk the other side, you cop a rap over the knuckles. So it was like overnight we were forced to go into metric. So I don't know these
Wow.
from these Fahrenheit things. And she's saying that Zyrtec works for her. I don't know. Are you on any medication, Bernie?
When I first got hit with the allergies a couple of years ago, Allegra was under prescription only. It was pretty new. And that helped me because I used to get the red welts, the little pillows all over me. And just all of a sudden, to where this allergy affected my body inside, where I couldn't even move my jaw or anything. It just affected me, paralyzing me. And they gave me the Allegra, and it helped. But now it switched the allergies to my throat, my nose, this area, and my eyes. I'm like this sometimes. I can't see you guys in the chat. I'm trying to type something and I'm trying to spell it, and they're really bad. But I'm using eye drops right now, so I need to control it with the over-the-counter Allegra and some eye drops. And but at night, I notice at night it usually hits me worse.
The thing that we would be concerned about is if it's hitting more than one body system, we look at it as being an anaphylactic reaction. So if you're getting more than one body system affected, you might want to have it checked out by a medico.
Absolutely.
In which case you're on EpiPens.
And at that time when it did affect me that way, they did do an allergy test all on my back. And so I reacted to practically everything that was on my back. So I can't pinpoint. I just feel the winds. If it's a breeze and I'm breathing in, that's just attacks me more. But yeah, I'm going to look into it again. It's been quite a while. Yeah.
Get it checked. Because what they say is that if you're affected by an allergen, then and it affects you, then every time you get a reaction, that reaction gets worse. So if it's getting worse and worse and worse, its chances are you're going down the anaphylactic path.
I have skinny stick legs with a big body, and they gave me something called Voltaren, and my legs went huge, like an elephantitis. My neck was choking me, and I said, "Let's go to urgent care quick." Never had a reaction like that before, but I know it was the Voltaren. So, just so you know, Voltaren, forget it. She said,
Yep.
any longer, any more, again in my life, if you waited any longer, it was just going to choke you to death.
Yeah.
And my legs.
With medications, some medications are triggers for anaphylaxis as well.
Oh yeah, that
Um,
did, and antibiotics too.
Yep.
And it's bad.
Medications, food, certain foods like nuts, seafood, shellfish. For some people, avocado, which was quite an interesting one. Kiwi fruit. They eggs, dairy. They all have an anaphylactic reaction for some.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
You know,
better watch it because I'm a nut freak.
you know. Never
I
mind.
love nuts. I do. Pecans are my favorite. Macadamium is another one.
I didn't
Um,
word.
am I
What's up, Ron?
saying those words again?
The only time I get a reaction or break out in hives or anything like that, if either one of my ex-wives shows up, well,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Stop everything. Dana, Barefoot in Alaska, is here. Hello there, sweetie.
Well, g'day, Dana.
Oh
It's
my
been
goodness.
ages.
Oh my goodness. Kudos to you. I love you, woman. I'm hoping you're well. What does she say?
May not chat, but she's here. Seizures are back and her head's being scrambled.
no.
May not chat, but she peeks in on us all outdoor adventures with Ron.
Blessings
good.
to you, my lady, but I just love this woman.
she is a neat lady.
Me too.
There's only one thing wrong with Dana.
Yeah, go ahead.
She's in Alaska.
Way out there. Yep.
Oh,
Well, Kenny, where'd Kenny go? It's your
Kenny's,
it's your fault.
Kenny's busy being
I
swiping right.
I had to turn the heat on.
Oh,
What?
got cold.
What? You guys don't
Yeah.
get cold.
Now, let me tell you
It's only
something,
30
fellas.
It's only 30 degrees right now.
Oh.
30
Kenny,
degrees, I'd be stripping. Oh, no,
Kenny-
sorry. It's Fahrenheit again. Sorry.
That's Fahrenheit,
Sorry.
yeah.
I was just going to say that Kenny and Dana were the first ones I ever saw crack up a storm before Angie or anybody else. Kenny and Dana.
Oh,
Boy.
we had a blast. I love cracking up with her.
Let me tell you. Those late night evenings with
4 o'clock, Daddy, by the way.
what happened?
It's all right.
Do what?
He asked me what time it was, and I said it's only about 4 o'clock here.
No,
4
it's
o'clock in
almost
the morning.
about 6 o'clock. Get it right, Kenny.
That's on your side of the pond.
Yes, that's true. It is my side of the pond. And Janice's, so I'm not on my own.
28 degrees. That's not cold for Alaska, really.
Well,
Now,
it's-
is that
it's
28
yeah,
degrees
it's
Fahrenheit or
right now.
28 degrees Celsius?
Well, she's in America, so it's Fahrenheit.
Oh, yes, that's right. Sorry.
Well, I hate to do this. Kenny, if you want to open something up,
Not really.
Just open it.
What about you, Sean?
I've got
It-
nothing to open.
We done made 3 hours on here now. We started trying to shut down, what, an hour and a half ago?
Yeah, but then I came on.
Yeah.
I destroyed
Yeah.
that.
Well, Sean, I always like to see you on one of my live streams because it sure
Oh, thank you, Ron.
it makes me appreciate the good folks when they come up.
Oh, thank you, Ron. Appreciate that.
We can chat.
I enjoy spending time with you.
We can chat behind stage.
Do
You
what?
take
What did you say, Kenny?
I said we can chat behind stage.
Yeah, everybody get online get on the panel, and then I'll shut the other part down, and y'all stay all night if you want to.
You mean I've got to spend another 30 minutes with Kenny? I mean, jeez.
Damn, you got fairy dust here too. You know.
Well, fairy. I mean, hey, there is one rose amongst 3 thorns. What can I say?
Oh,
I
that's
love.
nice.
I had the pleasure and honor to get to meet Fairy Dust in Quartzsite, and I loved getting to meet her in person.
Well,
Shut up, right?
No,
What,
no.
what goes at courtside stays at courtside, right?
Kenny. We'll talk later.
Oh, that's too much, Janice. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. Did you have a good snooze?
Not much.
What? Oh, there you are. You're still awake, Michael Ann.
Yeah.
What's your snack though, Michael?
Pardon?
What you snacking on?
Crackers.
Crackers in
I got
bed.
peanut butter crackers
Awesome.
right here.
Hey, it's me and the dog. He'll clean up the crumbs.
No, Ron, we don't want you to cut this down. More hours.
Okay, Janice, you're right. You are older than me. Not by much, though. Not by much. 3-year difference. That's it.
hell, you just a baby, Sean.
Yeah, I am. I know that you're 300.
Yeah. And half of it.
Oh, man.
Okay. Anybody else wants to get up on the chat, they better do it because I'm fixing to shut the other part down.
Uh-oh. Private quarters.
Yeah.
Quick. Bernay, you better put your clothes on.
I've got my pajamas on. Tommy.
phew.
They don't look like a chicken, do they?
Chicken.
Chicken parmesanas?
Yeah.
Chicken pajamas. Nope. So good to see you here. Dana,
Lorraine.
I wish you all the best. Take good care of yourself. Lorraine, I'm glad you're doing a little better, slowly but surely.
So
I
did you fail,
enjoyed it.
Lorraine? Did you fail it?
Yes.
Yes.